Live stream here, guys. The season is not over. Some of you guys keep acting like it. The season is not over. If you are new to this live stream, please hit and hold that like button. Do me that favor. At least 1 minute of this content is needed for a short. Oh, okay. All right. I'm just checking some settings here before we get started. Welcome to the live stream. Notice a couple of you guys just jumping in. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Guys, the season is not over, but some of you guys are acting like it, and I'm still trying to figure out why are you acting like the season is over. All right, guys, if you got any questions right now in the live stream, Easy Money just jumped in. Houston in the building. If you got any questions, guys, go ahead and ask those questions. I did a live stream, I want to say 4 or 5 days ago. I'm not sure. I just came off of Instagram doing a live stream. I did a live stream yesterday morning at Walmart. The reason I did it at Walmart, because I was showing some of you guys, you know, some stuff that you might need that you can get at Walmart only, because Walmart's not the best place to shop for yard supplies, but they do have some things, and sometimes it's $1 cheaper. But lately, that stuff has been the same price at everybody's store because the economy has gotten so bad. I'm not gonna say bad, but everybody is just trying to figure out a way to get your money, and I want to help you save some by telling you things that you can get that will actually help your yard. Honestly, are robots going to run us out of business? Eventually, they will. Let me tell you why. So, it used to be a lot of people that used to ride horses and had a buggy pulling people around in it. Then the Model T came out, and it was actually a car before that, but the Model T came out by this famous inventor named Henry Ford, and he wasn't the inventor. He just hired people who had the knowledge to build one. And when it first came out, people was like, look at that mechanical contraption driving down the street. Do you see people riding horses like they used to? No. So eventually, robot mowers, the conveniency, I'm just going to be honest with you. That robot mower you see right there, I haven't mowed my yard in 1 month. I only do the little trimming on the side, but I literally do not cut my yard anymore. Robots may not be for everybody's yards, but they're getting better and better as they go. Guys, if you're new to this live stream, please hit and hold the like button. 28 people in the chat, only 3 likes. Those are tears coming down my eyes. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Let's see here. So, yeah, to answer your question, I do think that robots will eventually take over. It's 2 people in my neighborhood, me and one other guy, that have a robot mower. I got the Crest commercial. He has the Mimosa. Of course, mine is crushing his, but it is what it is. But I do think that they will become more commonplace sooner, not later. This is not going to be a 20, 30-year thing. This is happening at a rapid pace. So even guys who are servicing lawns, you'll start seeing more people with the battery products, and eventually some type of robotic feature is going to happen on that yard. Let's see. Easy Money chat just found out I have grubs in my yard. What is the best grub killer? If you go into the big box store, you're going to have to get, who makes it? Grub X. I want to say, is it Ortho? I think Ortho make that. Grub X. Gonna need to put that down ASAP. Follow the directions on the bag. All right. And that'll help. But you should always do preventative measures before you get the problem, and then try to figure out how to get out of it. All right, let's Avdad 213. Yo, BYD put Milorganite down last Thursday, and we've had rain every day since. It's greening back great. Should I apply again? Anything else in the next 30 days? If you haven't applied Yard Mastery 7020, I would go ahead and apply that. But other than that, there's nothing really else. You could just go and start throwing down. My issue is just don't get into a habit of, you see all of these products and you feel like you got to Keep putting them down to get your yard back to a green, bouncy state. Sometimes you gotta just wait stuff out. And when your yard is struggling to get hydration and you're just constantly throwing stuff at it, thinking that's gonna be the answer, that's not the answer. You did part of the answer by putting the mill organite down, put the Yard Master 720 down, keep the yard hydrated, mow it 2 times a week, and you should be good. All right, 50 people in the chat, only 8 likes, guys. Please, I'm begging you, hit and hold that like button. All right, yeah, Marks, it's one of those situations, but robotic mowers are not a death sentence. You just got to figure out how to adjust it and add that to your repertoire for its lawn care. If you're out doing it for a business, how to incorporate that early. Don't wait want to be the last people to incorporate because you're fearful of prices and stuff like that. All of these things are called investments. If you're really in the business, those are write-offs at the end of the year. All right, just like new trucks, gas, new equipment, it's the same thing. You just got to figure out a way that makes it works for you. The issue is everybody is fearful of new technology and they don't know what to do. All right, what's that? Jerry York in Central North Carolina. Is it too late to successfully get common Bermuda to germinate in time to make it through the long winter? That's a good question. My thing is, if the yard or the soil is healthy, then it's not too late. But if you have drought issues and hard, crusty soil, that's going to be an issue to get that stuff to root properly, all right? Now, normally it takes over a year for that stuff to become well established. But my only thing is you could try, but there's no definite yes or no to that, if that makes sense. Temps is 67 degrees here in Phoenix City, Alabama now. Yep, same here. I think we right in the like low 70s. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know what's going on. We had a tsunami warning for the West Coast. Was it West or East Coast? I want to say it was the West Coast. I don't know what coast it was, and that never came, but 8.5 earthquake in Russia. This stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. I'm the top guy in my neighborhood. That's from Claude Lipscomb. All right, let's see what else we got here. Andy says, hi, Christopher. I have a slope on one side of my yard, so what's the best way to keep the products on my lawn? There really is no best way. Core aeration, that's going to work. People who have slopey yards, that's that bad, and you get a lot of runoff, I always tell them go ahead and try the liquid products that absorb through the leaf on that side of the yard and see how that works. But granular products, regardless of what you do, it's going to wash on down the hill. Some of it will get absorbed, some of it won't. It won't last as long, but that's pretty much it. I'm not going to lie and come up and say, oh, go get toothpicks and stick them in the ground and no, guys, that's gravity, that's Mother Nature. A lot of rain, hilly, a slope with a real steep drop off, products are going to run off. All right. BYD, what more trimmer? Let's see, what more trimmer and bowl would you recommend to someone just getting started doing commercial lawn care around the neighborhood? Stihl, STIHL, if you're gonna go gas. If you're gonna go battery, it's of course I'm gonna tell you to get Crest, but Crest is way too, I'm not gonna say way too expensive, but that's a real serious investment to make if you just getting started. So if you just getting started, go to your local Stihl dealer, ask them for FSR 91, a good straight stick edger, a BR 600 backpack blower. You don't necessarily need a handheld to get started. I would go with that BR 600, and that'll get you started for us, that. All right, let's see what else we got. What kind of, yeah, we had a 3.0 earthquake in New York last night. I'm telling you, some stuff is going on. We had one, not necessarily here in Georgia. I think it was in Tennessee, but I felt that. I'm in Georgia, and I felt a little rumble, and I was like, what's going on? You know, I thought maybe, you know, somebody dropped something hard in the house, but yeah, that stuff is starting to happen on a regular basis. All right, let's see. Do you use iron fertilizer? Fertilizers I have either 3% or 6% iron in it. And most of that is, some of it is the regular iron, some of it is that chelated iron that absorbs through the leaf of the plant. Do you have any videos on zoysia? No videos on zoysia at all. None. All right, guys. So listen, by being this hot, I'm going to recommend that you raise your lawnmower up just a little bit. If you use that 1 inch, raise it anywhere from a quarter of an inch to half an inch, and mow less if the yard is not growing as much. All right, if you're new to this live stream, please hit and hold that like button. That'll really help me out. 43 people in the chat, only 16 likes. The math is not mathing, guys. Let's see. After scarifying, how long will it take to green back up? All of that's going to depend on where you stay in your soil. So there's no real answer to that. Maybe a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, you should start to see it green back up. As long as you're watering and your soil is right. All right. I'm just scanning to see here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Watching you. Oh, from Kashmir, India. Oh, okay. I'm just checking to see what mower trimmer. Oh, the guy said what mower. If you're gonna get a mower, I would probably get 36-inch X-Mark or a Toro walk behind with a Velke wheel to get me started. I would not get any of these big zero-turn riders or stuff like that because it's not gonna work out. A 21-inch is also a great thing to have in mind. A Toro, not Time Master, that's 30-inch. A Toro recycler will work good also. Make sure you get all this stuff gas and not battery when you're first starting, because you got to get used to using this equipment. Battery, it's a higher step up, and homeowner battery is no good for commercial use. All right, thanks for hitting that like button. 23 likes, 51 people, that's good. Let's try to get that number up, guys. Got somebody here from Miami, Florida. I'm just seeing if I'm glad you mentioned to mow less because my lawn is not growing, but it is also not going dormant. I think he said hibernating. Okay, yeah, just mow a little bit less, and you should be mulching if you're not, your yard's not growing that much. You need to leave those clippings, let them fall back down into the soil. That'll somewhat help keep the soil cool. It's not, guys, don't think if you mulching, it's going to stay 50% cooler. Every little bit helps, and whatever nutrients are in those grass blades that fell back down into the lawn will break down, and you'll get the benefit of that. Do you have any video? I already answered the question right there. All right, guys, go ahead and ask questions, guys. That's what you're here for a live stream. Live stream is not to see my gorgeous face, a handsome face, and my BYD hat. Ask the questions. We can give you some answers. Let me take a sip of my battery acid. BYD. Let's see. Oh, they just, dang, as soon as I said it was the best time to apply pre-emergent in North Carolina. Early spring, mid-spring, late summer, so you can get a jump on, like if you have pores, stuff like that, but late summer, early fall, mid-fall. All right. How often do you do a soil test? I personally don't do soil tests year to year. I never do, because I can eyeball my yard and get an idea of what's going on. How often do I recommend it? Maybe once, maybe every 2 years. So if you get a soil test this year and you follow the recommendations, and next year you keep following recommendations and you keep getting good results, then there's no need for you to keep buying soil tests at the soil test at the soil test. Yeah, it's a guide, but it's not necessary to get a great yard. None of my customers have soil tests, and all of them have great yards. Okay, lastly, for those in the live, we cannot find the link button. It is in the 3 dots to the top right. Y'all heard that, right? 3 dots to the top right, and that's the link button. Being that the temps have gone down to 70, is it okay to put weed and feed down? And no, do not put weed and feed down. I don't care if the temps have dropped. We're still in summer, because just as sure as you put that down, 4 days from now, the temps go back up to 100. Well, not 100. We've been averaging with about 95. I think the highest, I don't even think we hit 100. I think we hit 99. But once those temps go back up there and you still have that herbicide in your yard, it's going to stress that yard. And by you putting down a granular herbicide, it's going to stay in the yard a whole lot longer. I'm not recommending anybody put down a weed and feed in the summertime, especially in regions that are hot like Atlanta, Alabama, Florida, especially Texas, Arizona, way out West California. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Fungus prevention. Yeah, you should be putting a fungicide down, especially now, because we just been having some crazy humidity going on where I live at. If you have a fungus, you need to make sure you put some fungicide down now. If you don't have a fungus and you're getting hot, humid weather, put a fungicide down now. All right, what's your thoughts on dethatching? I just got one from Walmart on sale. I'm not a fan of dethatching. I've always said that. I've always thought core aeration was a great way to go. I think people that dethatch their yards are not mowing it the right way, which means they're not mowing enough, or they're taking too much grass off at one time and they're just letting it sit there instead of bagging it or raking it up. And eventually it will cause a thatch issue. If you are mowing on a regular basis, guys, you taking off, you know what Bermuda grass is, the 1/4 rule is. The 1/3 rule, you guys been lied to, and that came from the cool season community. When you have Bermuda grass, the 1/3 rule is what you should be doing, taking off as little as possible, and that stuff breaks down pretty fast. All right. 70 people in the chat, only 38 likes. Guys, we got to get those numbers to match up. So if you have not hit the like button, please, I'm begging you, hit that like button real quick. Let's bump that number up. I see 38 likes. I just told people to hit the like button. Nobody hit it. 39 likes. Come on, guys. We got to get that number up. And you got to hit that like button. You just got to hit it. Let's see here. Still have weeds. What can I do? Mow with a bagger. Bag that stuff up. When temps proceed to get lower, you can do a liquid weed kill for lawn. Once temps get, to me personally, 85 or lower, you can do that. You can hand remove some of those weeds, but like I stated previously, you have to get on your pre-emergent and your post-emergent game ASAP. The best time to tackle these issues is beginning of spring, mid-spring. Maybe at the very beginning of summer, but once we start getting these skyrocketed temperatures, it's not a pretty sight. You could possibly put a herbicide burn on your yard. It's going to be some people in the comments talking about, oh, I successfully pre-treated, not pre-treated, spot treated my weeds and they're gone. I use Celsius, it works great. Most people don't know how to apply it the correct way, and you end up getting a herbicide burn. 63 people in the chat, only 49 likes. It's starting to balance out, so more likes, please. Please hit that like button. When this live stream get to 100, I'm going to make a decision. 100 likes. So my lawn is super uneven for the next mow in a few days. Should I raise them? Yeah, if you got a bumpy lawn, go ahead and raise it up. But you got to raise it up in increments and see where the sweet spot is for your yard. Now, a lot of times, people's yards are bumpy, but if you're mowing 2 to 3 times a week, you still can get away with a lower mowing height. Bermuda grass acts like a pine tree. Once it gets so tall, all of this is the tree up here. Then you got that long woody stem. But if you could keep it mowed, if you could keep that mowed, you won't have as much stem, but you got to mow this part more often. You can't go 2-3 weeks with your Bermuda grass and mow it and then hit it and it's bumpy. You're going to get scalp marks. All right. You still may get them with a bumpy lawn, but my yard is bumpy and I got freedom right there mowing my yard at 1.6 inches. It'll go as low as 1.61. It'll go as low as 1.57 and I don't get scalp marks. So that lets you know the weight of the mower and the frequency of the mowing, you could prevent scalp marks, but you have to mow often. All right, let's see here. Hope that answered your question. That was from Jose Cardova. Is that right? All right, guys, if I did answer your question, please do me a favor. Hit that like button. If you want to do a super chat, that's going to work out fine. That'll help the channel grow. I'm not begging for money like Dr. Umar is right now. I don't know if he broke. He said they froze his account. My account is not froze, but I want to keep giving you these live streams with all this good free information. And it's like going into the restaurant. Your service was good. Give them a tip. Give them a tip. All right, Rich BYD. I have a two-part question. Can I safely apply Milorganite and Ironite together on my St. Augustine lawn? Are the robot mowers compatible with St. Augustine grass to be adjustable at 4 inches? My robot mower, don't quote me on it. I think it goes up to 3.8 inches. All right. From what I heard, you can mow with that rope. You can use that on St. Augustine. You're gonna have to have it mowed every single day. Now I'm showing you this because I was waiting for that question. These are the blades. Is it showing up? These are the blades to that disc that goes up under there. A lot of people think for some reason it's a big lawnmower blade. These blades are, what, maybe about 2 inches long. All right, I got 3 on that side, 3 on that side. The way I'm able to keep my grass looking like that is that I'm mowing often. So if you get a robot mower, I would do my due diligence and try to find somebody who's doing videos with that on St. Augustine to get a better understanding if that mower is going to be better for you. Don't just go buy a lawnmower because your favorite YouTuber has a mower like that. If you got Bermuda grass, this is going to work for you. They say it works on all the grasses, but all my testing has literally been on Bermuda grass. To answer your other question, I would not put Milorganite and Ironite down at the same time. If those are going to be my 2 options for as fertilizer, I would do them separate applications and get the results. 4 weeks apart mainly, but slamming all that iron and all that Milorganite, that low iron, I think both of them got 3%. Just to get it as green as possible, that's not going to be healthy for the lawn in the long run. All right, so do separate applications. The benefit of the Ironite is don't stink. The Milorganite has a little odor to it and it'll go away, but when it rains, you can really smell the flavor of that Milorganite. 67 people in the live stream, 53 likes. I repeat it all the time because I need you guys to hit that like button. If I've been helping you out, answering some of your questions, hit the like button to boost those numbers up. When those numbers go up, I get more people to come to the live stream, and eventually YouTube will start pushing out more of my videos because for some reason they don't send out notifications like they used to. That's why you don't see me post as much on YouTube, because the AI has stolen all the eyeballs. Everybody like AI stuff. This question is from Son Gabretta. Hey, BYD, what should I do about having hard soil? You have to do core aeration and try gypsum applications. That can help break up some of the clayiness of your yard, if that makes sense. All right, recommendations. This is from Sugar Shack 74. Recommendations for a good pre-emergent. I'm not going to say all pre-emergents are the same, but they all basically do the same thing. Now, if you want to go and spend arm and a leg, what's the name of that stuff? It starts with an S. I never could think of the name of it. Somebody in the comments put it down there, but anything with that thiopyr in it or prodiamine, that's going to work great. You just got to get your timing correct to prevent certain types of weeds. All right, 68 people in the live stream, 57 likes. Guys, we need to get those likes up. Got to hit that like button. If you're watching this video and you haven't hit the like button, only guys, it's free. Just let me see. Well, I don't have a like button over here. Hit the like button. It's that easy. I'm not asking, excuse me. I'm not I'm not saying it's bad. Just hit that like button. It's real easy. Let's see. We got another question here. Got somebody in Ukraine watching. That's wow. That's awesome. Just mowed a new house with Bermuda grass in Atlanta Metro. What should I be doing in addition to mowing? If this is your personal yard, you need to put down some type of summer stress fertilizer like Yard Master 7020. Other than that, just keep that yard mowed, pull the weeds out by hand if possible, if it's too hot. Temperatures have dropped, so you probably could spot spray and get away with it. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, MC, he understands. With Bermuda grass, it's not the 1/3 rule. All right? It is the 1/4 rule. You only take off a little bit of that grass at a time. The issue people are having with that is they're not mowing enough. All right, you have to mow enough to get that grass to stay green and low. You cannot achieve a low mowing height by not mowing the grass often when it comes to Bermuda grass, because once you feed it with fertilizer and it's raining, it's gonna grow like crazy, especially in the summertime when that temperature gets like around by 80, 85 degrees. And it's like that every day, and you're getting rain every now and then, your Bermuda grass will grow like wildfire. You see that? That mows every day at 1.61. Every day I go out there and I hit mowing, I can see it taking off some grass. That's how fast my grass is growing. All right, let's see what else we got here. 73 people in the live stream. That's a good thing. Only 60 likes. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. If you already hit the like button, hit it again. Let me see if that number changed. But I need to get that like button number up. And I need you to share this video also, guys. If you have the ability to share this video, make sure you share it. Hold on. BYD answering all your questions, solving all your problems tonight. For sure, I always have the right answer for me. The gypsum work for me. Let's see here. Somebody just got some Tiff turf. Let's see, have soft lawn and backyard. I don't know the answer to that, but I could tell you that if you use sand for that, and I'm trying to think of masonry sand, that can help level the yard and harden it up just a little bit. Now, you don't want to go out there and just keep throwing it down because you're trying to make your yard hard, but that will help level it and give it a little stiffness. Now, if your yard is sitting on some type of different type soil and it's always in the shade and you got a lot of moisture, you are going to have issues, which means you need to use a light lawnmower in that area. Sometimes you can't mow with a heavy mower all over your yard. Sometimes you got to pick and choose what weapon you want to use to solve whatever problem you may be having, or to help solve it right there. All right, 60 people in the live stream. I got more likes than people in the live stream, so we're headed the good direction right here. Let's see. Yeah, don't unlike me. Yeah. Haven't even really got hot yet. It was burning up here, but it didn't kind of cool down for the day. Let's see here. I'm just looking for some more questions. Guys, if you got questions, now's the time to ask those questions while we're in the live stream. I'm trying to get my likes up to at least 100 likes before we leave here. Guys, if you want to send me a super chat, that's fine. $5, $10. Not Dr. Umar begging. I'm just telling you that helps support the channel and we can grow with stuff like that, because we spend a lot of time getting all this information just to give it away for free. 65 likes, I am appreciating that. I'm trying to see if I have, if you are going down, let's see if you're going to throw down some middle organite. Somebody said that watching Super Slam. Today is not Monday. I thought Super Slam come on Monday. I don't know. See, BYD, how are you not watching Super Slam? Because I'm doing live stream right now. You guys are more important to me than Super Slam. Do you use biochar? I don't personally go out and buy anything that has biochar in it. Normally, I set my yard on fire every year. This year, I didn't do it because of the wildfires in California, out of respect for those guys. So I didn't set any fires. Plus, the HOA been sending spies around to make sure that I didn't do it again. But no, I don't buy any products that use biochar in it. I don't use, me personally, I don't go and just keep buying products. I rely on one simple fertilizer. That's Yard Mastery. Because it has Bionite in it. I rely on sharp blades and a lawnmower more often. If that biochar has been working for you, keep using it. But you don't have to put down 15 and 20 products on your yard because your favorite YouTuber or Instagrammer is doing that. A lot of that stuff is just for the sale, which I don't get me wrong. I want to make some money too, but I don't push a lot of products. I don't push products I don't use. I don't push them. I just recommend them, or I show you me actually using them in the results. But I don't push products that I don't use just to get a sale, guys, because I don't like that. Guys, 66 likes, 64 people in the live stream. I need some more likes. Hit that like button if you haven't. Appreciate that. Somebody just hit it. BYD, what do you recommend to get rid of ants in planters or flower beds? You know that regular granular insect control that you put on your yard? Do you know you could put that in your garden beds and your flower beds and your flower pots? Just a little bit, watering in, and that'll help kill them off. As far as getting rid of them, I'm pretty sure they got some stuff that you could maybe spray around the flower pot or even around the base of the flower pot that'll keep the ants from crawling up it from the get-go, and they'll die off before they reach the mountaintop. Thank you for answering my first question. I have broom sedge weed infestation. Can I just pull them up and call it good? Or you could pull them up, but listen, they're gonna grow back. Sedge is anytime you break the root, you know, it is what it is. They multiply. But if you're tired of that eyesore, then yeah, I would pull them up. If not, pre-emergent is not going to stop what's germinating in your yard from germinating right now. So post-emergent like sedge hammer or ortho nut sedge killer, not instant. Image works also, but it takes a little longer to work. All right. So hopefully that answered your question, Jose Cordova. All right. We got 68 likes, guys. 62 people in the live stream. I like that favor, but I still need more likes, guys. So if you haven't hit the like button and you just joined this live stream, please hit it. The reason the live stream was tonight was just to answer the questions that you may have. And some of you guys, for some reason, have given up thinking that summer is over. Guys, we haven't even hit mid-summer yet. We still got a lot of growing to do. But you got to make sure that you're mowing your grass on a consistent basis, guys. Just got done cutting my Bermuda grass, half an acre. That's cool right there. John LaGrue. For compacted soil areas, what do you recommend? I think we said gypsum. You could try the gypsum. Guys, read the bag on the gypsum when you apply it, because a lot of people just get one 40-pound bag and try to do the whole yard. Guys, it would say 20 to 40 pounds per 1,000 square feet of the gypsum. Gypsum works better when you actually core aerate your yard and then put it down. Or if you're going to till up the whole yard, put the gypsum down and till it into the ground to get it to work. But nobody's tearing up Bermuda grass at this time. So core aeration and dropping gypsum, the granular, down on it and watering it in real good. It's not going to work overnight. It's not a quick fix. That stuff takes a while to work. but it does work if you give it time. 71 likes. We are doing good. 53 in the live stream. Let's try to get those likes up to 100, guys. BYD, have you seen the some amp bot robot lawn mower? I hadn't seen that. I hadn't seen it. Really, the only robot mower I've used is the Crest RTK mission mower and the Works, the first models. Then I got the Works Vision. I got that model. And by the way, I was told that there will be another version of that Vision Works robot coming out in it's either gonna be 2026. So we'll see about that. But no, I haven't seen that robot that you're talking about. Is it worth getting? True Green, a company like that. True Green and all these other companies do get a bad rap. But understand that's a multi-billion-dollar business. What you have to do is when you hire these people is build a relationship with the person who's actually coming out and spraying your yard. You need to ask them questions about what did you just put down. Generally, they'll hang that little thing on your door telling you, but you need to ask them. And one of the issues with True Green or Chemlon, not True Green, Chemlon, True Green or whoever you're using is, they're not timed with your lawn care guy. So if your lawn care guy is scheduled to come out on Wednesday to cut the yard and they spray something on that shouldn't be cut until 2 or 3 days late after watering in, that's where a lot of those issues come. So you could try them. They're more expensive than you doing it yourself. All right, doing it yourself is always a better option and a cheaper option, but that's what I say about that. All right, this guy says he cut his grass until mid-November. Same way here. I cut all the way out. Even though it's not growing, sometimes I still run the mower over because I got a lot of leaves and stuff falling on it. And I like to mulch them in as they come down. All right, guys, we had 74 likes. Let's get that thing up to 100. Let's see what do you... Okay, what do you do to prepare for annual invasion of armyworms? Usually in August. I've already put down insecticide that's going to handle that stuff. If you don't know what you could do to make sure you don't have them, go out there and do the soapy water test. Get a bucket, 1 gallon of water, put some dish detergent in it like Dawn, something like that. Make sure it's foamy when you pour it. Pour it on part of your soil. If you see worms start to come up, you have armyworms. Do you recommend spraying black cow across your yard? I don't. Let me tell you why I don't like black cow as you putting it all over your yard. Black cow is really acidic. It's different when you're tilling it in with the soil and really for growing plants and vegetables and stuff like that. I never recommended anybody put black cow on their regular yard. Because once that heat hit that and it starts breaking down, you're going to get that smell. It's not as potent as it used to be, but all that sulfur that still may be in it can actually cook the yard. So I don't recommend it. All right. 77 likes. Can I get a few more, please? Please, please, please. Thanks, BYD. El Rivera. Sometimes I got to read the question before I see it because they might say something. Sorry if this question has been asked. Here in San Antonio, Texas, it's scorching hot and only allow water once a week. How can I get rid of nut sedge and umbrella sedge? You can always use the sedge hammer, stuff like that, but just bear in mind, when you use sedge hammer and stuff like that, now, for what I experienced, you don't really get a big herbicide burn. As long as you're spot treating the nut sedge. Now, when it starts dying, it's going to yellow. All right, when it starts yellowing, you don't have to pull it out the ground. Just keep mowing. And you'll mow that yellow part off, and eventually that'll disappear. So try that. Now, with spurge, you're going to have to use your hands and pull that stuff on out the ground. while it's super hot like that, because you don't want to potentially have a herbicide burn on the yard. All right, guys, if you're new to the live stream, please hit and hold that like button. Watering amount for Texas resident with no rain and 100-degree weather. There is no watering amount that I could tell you. Only thing I could tell you is you guys have always had this situation, and everybody's yard is different. Those who never did get any moisture into the soil, it bake out, cook out, get harder faster than anybody else's. So that watering amount is going to depend on how much they will allow y'all to water. All right, if you have water restrictions, then it is what it is. You won't meet the required amount of hydration watering once a week in 100-degree weather in, what was it at? Texas? Yeah, in Texas. I don't have an answer to make you feel good or make you think that, well, it's a way out of this. Because if it was a way out of it, everybody in Texas would know about it. That's why I get to ask those questions from the people from Texas. I don't have a solution that's going to be the best for everybody. You can do hydrotain, but like I said once before, hydrotain, the yard has to be wet or moist in the soil before you apply that stuff. Then you have to water it in, and then the next day you got to come back and water it again. So one of the things I tell people in Texas is, try to do core aeration right before you know you're about to hit that 90, 100-degree weather. Hopefully those holes will stay in the ground long enough so every time you get a little bit of water, you get more water to go deeper into the soil. That's the only thing I can recommend. 80 likes, 63 people on live stream. Please hit and hold that like button, answering all your questions to get you a better yard this year. The season is not over, but you cannot quit because we have hot weather. Sanders Lawn Service thoughts on chelated liquid iron. That works great as long as the lawn has been hydrated, or you're not spraying chelated iron on a yard that's dehydrated. Hard soil, no rain, because that chelated iron is going to bond to the leaves right there, and it's going to immediately absorb in, and it's going to speed up the photosynthesis process, basically. But when it's super hot and you don't have hydration, that may not be the best answer, because you're trying to force the yard green, but you don't have anything to support what you just sprayed. If that makes sense. 83 likes, 63 people in the comments. Nobody's sent a super chat. That's all right. I'm still going to work for free tonight. When is it too late to aerate? To me, midsummer, that's when I probably cut it off. If you got a lot of weeds in your yard, don't go aerate your yard. Please don't. Because all you're going to do is introduce seeds into the ground that will go deeper in the ground. You'll continuously keep getting weeds. You have to focus on those weeds before you start trying to master everything else. Master how to prevent and get rid of weeds before you start trying to go buy biochar or Anderson fertilizer or the favorite 3 products your favorite YouTuber recommended to you, and they got a better lawn than you, but you don't realize that until you spend all of your lawn funds, if that makes any sense. Just checking here. My grass is burned and diseased. What can I do? First of all, you need to get some fungicide and get it down there. And you need to start watering it. I mean, it is what it is. Now, sometimes you can't water your yard out of heat stress. You can also go up on the mowing height of your yard. Me personally, I'm not cutting that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 inches. I go up just a little bit to keep that greenness and mow less. All right. Appreciate that, Brad Patterson. Let's see what else we got here. Should I put down? Okay, here's my answer to people always asking about lime. Old school wise, we used to put lime down every year because we didn't know no better. We didn't have all the information that we got now. If you haven't applied lime, you can go ahead and put some down, even if you haven't had a soil test. Now, I don't care if somebody go in and they say, oh, he's recommending you put lime down. and you didn't get a soil test. Don't put lime down every year. If you put lime down and you see improvement in your yard color and its ability to take in the nutrients you put down, then that's all you need to do. Just keep mowing it. Now, if you take a soil test and it tells you need so many pounds of lime, this and that, then go ahead and do that. But you don't have to put lime down yearly because you're thinking that's going to be the answer to all your problems. It doesn't work like that. All right, we got another question here. Hey, BYD, I'm in Smyrna, Georgia with Bermuda grass, and I noticed these little bugs jumping when I mow. One of the reasons you're getting that because you haven't put down a insect control over a period of time. So normally 1 or 2 applications is needed. The ones that say it lasts 6 months, 2 applications. One mid-spring, and then the other one like the end of July, right before August get here. You can still do it now, but generally that's it. A lot of times you'll get those little bugs jumping up and down too when you have high humidity and tall grass. If you keep that grass mowed at a consistent basis, you'll get less insects in it. If you treat year after year after year, you'll get less insects year after year after year. There's no one answer for that question. I can't tell you to go in the store and get Bug Be Gone 6-month control and it's going to solve all your problems. Lack of mowing, tall grass. You need to get the blades sharpened if you haven't had them so you can get clean cuts. Bermuda grass should be mowed a little bit lower. The taller your Bermuda grass gets, yeah, it can crowd out weeds, but you can also have more insects, places to hide. Like people have super tall grass, sometimes get snakes in them. So mowing and fungicide can help just in case you do get some fungus control, but you need to put fungus in the yard. But you need some type of insect control to go down in that yard. All right, hopefully that answers your question. BYD, is it too late to put down sod? By no means at all. You can still put down sod, but you're gonna have to figure out how to keep it watered. It's being this hot and you can't keep it watered and you let that sod dry out, it's either gonna suffer from some type of disease getting into it or it's gonna be dry and falling apart and it won't establish. So you gotta keep that yard water. I got a video out right now on YouTube. I think it's called, look it up. It's called New Sod and / Bermuda Grass Central, and that answer all your questions about that. All right. Somebody said they love the Bug Be Gone Smoky Buddha. Yeah. MC, if not weed and feed at this time, or weed control, what do you recommend? Your hands, mowing, with a bag on it, bag that stuff up, keep the yard cut. Hand pull as many of them as you can out, but I am not going to recommend any weed kill for lawn formula to spray on the yard when it's 90+ degrees weather. Because if I say that and 10 people are listening, 9 will run out and get the first chemical that I said and spray the yard and scorch it out. I was one of the first ones to start saying that my cutoff points were 85 and below. I remember reading products when they used to say 95 degrees. Now they readjusted theirs to down to 90 degrees. Some even went 85. But when it's super hot like this, regardless if it's the temps have dropped overnight, in the next 3 or 4 days, they could shoot back up to 100. Now, if you look at your radar, not your radar, your weather report, and it's saying it's going to be 70 degrees for the next 4 or 5 days, you could spot spray those weeds and get those results before the temps go back up to 100. All right, 88 likes. Trying to get it to 100, guys. If you're just tuning in to this live stream, please hit and hold that like button. Yes, I got that Fiskars weed puller. But when you buy that one, don't get the old one. The old one has 3 prongs, 3 pinchers on it. The new one has 4. Take that finger out. Let me see. Has 4, and it grabs the weed more evenly. Keep the receipt to that Fiskars weed puller because they say it's a lifetime warranty. So when you buy it, either get a digital receipt from wherever you buy it or get the paper receipt, put it in an envelope, write the date on it, and go put it in your receipt drawer with the rest of your stuff so you can take advantage of these warranties that y'all guys are missing out on when something goes wrong. All right, let me see. What's good to kill moss? They do have a product called Moss Out, MOSSOUT. It's in a black like type bottle or cylinder type thing with moss sauce written on it. You have to sprinkle it on there when the moss is wet. Let it sit there for a couple of days and it's going to start to dry out. Once it dries out, then you rake it up. Understand, if you still have the same conditions that caused the moss, it's going to come back. I'm just telling you from experience over the years. So you're going to have to either change that situation, which means you may have to cut back the trees that are hanging over an area causing shade and moisture to build up, or you're going to have to figure out a way to get that soil a little bit more level so that stuff won't just be sitting there and run off. You may have to increase the airflow to that area because with low airflow, moisture buildup, you can get moss. All right. BYD, are you going to wear American Eagle jeans to work in? Never. I only wear brunt work pants and brunt shoes, brunt hat, brunt work shirts. All that stuff is literally designed for working in lawn care, construction, and stuff like that. The American Eagle jeans are not work clothes, so I don't, not that I know of, so I won't be wearing that. All right, let's see. Hello, let's see. I'm just trying to see. I got something from Audrey here. Hello, my name is Audrey. I couldn't wait to catch you live. I would like to know what can I use on the creepy crabgrass. It's very stingy. First of all, make sure that that's actually crabgrass. So sometimes I recommend products for crabgrass and they actually have Dallas grass or they have goose grass and they're getting them mixed up, or quack grass and getting them mixed up. And then when I recommend a product, they'll say, oh, it didn't work. He didn't know what he was talking about. So you got to make sure that it's crabgrass. If it is, big box store, you can go get Bio Advanced in a spray bottle that says it kills crabgrass, or any product that has this formula in it, quinclorac, Quinclorac. From what I understand, Roundup just came out with Crabgrass Destroyer formula. You may have to go to Amazon and see if you can find it because I haven't seen it in the store yet. But that will work too, and it'll take about 3 or 4 days for you to start seeing it die. Now, if you're going to wait till around late August, June, July, August, well, let's say mid-September, the beginning of September, crabgrass is going to naturally die off by itself anyway. What happens is the grass will die off the plant and it'll never come back. That's an annual. The seeds that fall off your crabgrass are what's germinating the next season. All right, so make sure that it's actually crabgrass before you go out and spend that money. And I'm finna put all you on game and give you a pro tip. Anybody that's listening, and if I've helped anybody in this live stream right now, please hit that like button or the 100 button or the smiley face with the little tears coming out the eyes. Hit something. Let me know you're there. I'm trying to get that like count up to 100 before I drop off this live stream. Here's the pro tip. Make sure you're listening. Write this down. Go back and play this later. I'm going to say it so I can use this as a short. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, okay. If you want to figure out the weed that's in your lawn, take a picture of that weed. Go to Chat GPT. Upload that picture into Chat GPT and then type down there, what type of weed is this in my Bermuda grass or fescue lawn, and hit upload, and it will tell you what that weed is. If you want to go deeper, you can ask ChatGPT, how do I get rid of this weed? And it will give you the answer to that also. All right, so hopefully that'll help somebody right there. 93 likes, guys. I'm 7 away from success, like Chit would say. Yes, success. Yes. Let's see here if we got any more questions. BYD knows the stuff. Been following him for years now. Thank you for always keeping it 100. I'm gonna always keep it 100, Kurt. Always. Pamela Baria says thank you. 93 likes, guys. Come on, guys. Hit and hold that like button. If you mistakenly found this channel through the live feed, make sure you hit the subscription button also. That way you can always get my my live streams. As you can see, I keep it real, and the reason I'm showing you that's the Crest RTK Mission Mower. That has been mowing my yard for the last month, and I have not mowed my yard at all because of this robot mower. And it does mow stripes. All right. Let's see here. Roger said hi. Okay. I'm just looking for more questions down here, guys. We got 4 more likes. I need to get 4 more likes. 66 people. Oh, 6 people just dropped off for no reason. Come on, guys. You got to hang around. I know it's getting late, but we're doing vampire hours right now. And most of you guys stay up all night anyway. Swiping. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, swiping. Come on now. Hang with me. I need 4 more likes, guys. Let's see here. If you got any question, guys, now's the time to put them down here. I'm just trying to scroll to see if I got any more questions here. Get rid of spurge in Bermuda. Yeah, they got formulas for that. Spectricide 470 actually works on that. May take a couple of applications, but right now it's so hot, I recommend you reaching down there and pulling them out. Once temps go below 85, then you can start treating for that. Have you been on any of the bigger lawn care podcasts? If not, would you go on them? Yeah, I would probably go on them, but I don't get invited to those because I'm just going to be real with you. I tend to tell more truth than hype. I don't go on there and try to hype up a lie and get everybody on board with that. I keep it 100. And when you're a truth slayer or sayer, you don't get invited to the reindeer games. Some of you will get that when you go to bed tonight. And no, I take that back. I won't go on all of them. Some of them you have to stay clear of because some people have bad intentions. They try to get you on there and try to sabotage or try to figure out a way to make you look bad because they consider you doing good and they want your red ribbon. Are you still enjoying the metal Ray-Bans? Heck yeah, man. I keep these things close by. Look at that. Got them right here. I had them on earlier, but I had to take them off. The battery got dead. I don't even know where the case at. What's too tall for Bermuda grass? Anything over 3 inches, I would consider too tall for Bermuda grass. Should be mowed between 1 and 2 inches. For most people, if you got a bumpy lawn, up to 3 inches. If you're doing REEL mowing, 0.5 inches or lower. The key to it is you have to mow and you got to mow often. All right, I need 4 more likes, guys. 50 people in the live stream, 96 likes. That's a good thing right there. It's getting late. And Matlock comes on at 11 o'clock, so y'all got to... Y'all got to give me 4 more likes, guys. 3 more likes to go. Let's see. Hit the like button, peeps. Let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna read this. This guy said, Brandon Kelly says people are dropping off because I ate something on camera. That's not why people dropped off. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. That's not the reason. If I put a banana chip in my mouth and you dropped off, you're not here for lawn care. I hate when people say it. Matter of fact, oh my God. I'm gonna get this guy gone. Goodbye, Brandon. That was dumb to say. 3 more likes, guys. Come on now. How often should you put down 007? 007 pre-emergent should go down at the beginning. Well, actually, I'm going to tell you the order now. At the end of summer, all right? At the end of summer, and what's the other one? End of summer, beginning of fall, mid-fall. Maybe in the wintertime, if it's warm enough. Beginning of spring, mid-spring. Now, you're going to always have to look at your rates and make sure you're applying it the right way. But those are the perfect times for it. And you got to know how to put it down. When you put it down, you need to water it in at least 2 or 3 times. Let me see. Thank you for all your help. Still got bald spots in my front yard. Bermuda grass is... Yeah, if it's under a tree, it's going to be hard for your Bermuda grass to grow and thrive. All right. So, guys, that's pretty much it right there. Had to drop by and give me a like. I appreciate that. We reached 102 likes. That's good. More live streams on the way. You're tuned into Bermuda Grass Central with BYD. This is Michael Bowman, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm trying to figure out